Alright, I'm gonna see how this game runs while I'm streaming it, and if it sucks, then I'm gonna stop. But if it's fine, then I'm gonna keep going. And the only reason I'm really doing this is because I'm trying to distract myself from feeling things that I feel. Which I guess is what I've been streaming for this entire time, is to avoid feeling things that I feel. So here we are. I think it was only a few days ago that I was live, so this should be a treat for anyone that's looking to say hi to me randomly. But obviously you can see I've been playing a little bit. There's 22 chapters. I'm in chapter 12. I think it's been like 6 or 8 hours I've been playing the game. I really like it. Really like this game so far, and yeah, I mean, that's what else is there to say? It's a really fucking good game, so let's get into it. This is very much a test here, so let's hopefully... Squish. So squishy. Alright, so it's running so far so good. Let me just do some adjustments here. One, I don't really need to be where I am. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you can see my blade meters and stuff. Alright. And this is the marvel of streaming nowadays. I don't really need to care that much. This game has been really satisfying over the last couple days. Oh, right. Ah, shit. Yeah, I've been playing this on Nightmare as well. I mean, you know, when you don't play the game on any other difficulty, it's hard to really say what's that much different about Nightmare versus Ultraviolent or whatever. I mean, the game's plenty challenging. I'm actually kind of curious to play it again on like 150% speed or whatever. Just crank up the game speed and see what it's like. Because then you're just like, you're not even thinking. Your brain is just a ball of fun, and you're mashing all the buttons. Like, serpent guys are actually surprisingly like tricky to kill. I don't know, of all the things to kill, they are weirdly very slippery. But I think it's also just sort of like, a lot of this game is like muscle memory and like remembering the combination of inputs to kill a given creature as fast as possible. And I think that's been like the biggest learning curve for me, is just kind of like nailing to kill a creature fast, and then like remembering, okay, a majority of it is like throw the shield in to stun it and then hit it with something, and each weapon is viable, so it's really kind of like, what do you feel like using? My favorite so far has been this guy, the rail cannon. This thing is incredible. I'm a big fan of guns that like impale, and it's because of the game Fear, where they had I think it was also called a nail gun or an impaler or something, but being able to staple the enemies to the wall was always super cool. This is the gun that I've been enjoying the most. It's also like, it basically does as much damage as a rocket, but it doesn't have the explosion that can hurt you. So it's like it's a pretty good, oh shit. Well, that was dumb. Can't get back up there. A little confused about what's going on. I think like I'm on like kind of like a human base that's being attacked. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the narrative. I mean, other than like, you know, Hellspawn and auto turret. Okay. Try it out a little bit. What I've been enjoying about the Doom games also as they've progressed is just how insignificant the enemies have become. Like the base enemies from Doom 2016 that you used to like spend, you know, a fight just dealing with, like the imps and the zombie soldiers, like they are now just like fodder. They literally are just like, you just push through them, you shield bash them and they explode. And they're so insignificant. So like it's really cool to see that in this game, how they've just like advanced the enemy combat encounter. Like these were the guys that used to be like tricky to kill, and they are now all basically just kind of one-shots. And I think Doom Eternal kind of helped pave that road, because they were also kind of doing the same thing with a lot of these like generic zombies. They were like literally there to feed you ammo. It's like almost not even worth using any ammo on them. Like you don't even need to. I think you just jump. You can do a ground slam. And if you ground slam, they will just all die in one burst. The Captain America shield throw is just like so satisfying. So I think there was like a very interesting little learning curve for this game, but okay. All right. Also, I've got it set, and it runs like pretty well considering my system is kind of like definitely aging out of its abilities. Like I got a 3060 Ti and an i7, 10th gen i7. So I'm like, but my game runs at least like it holds a 60 frames per second pretty regularly, and there's maybe like a little bit at the beginning where I was trying to get the settings right where it was like kind of running poorly, but it's nice that I found this nice little, it looks good and it runs well, so like playing it's really fun, it feels really good. I love these little interludes where you're riding stuff. So this is like the second time you get to ride the dragon.
We have to drive it back into that rift.
Destroy tentacles, close demonic portals. Okay.
Those tentacles are ripping the station apart. Take them out.
Secret landing zone? Sometimes I end up mashing the shield button and it fucks it up. That's the Caco demon. They're also incredibly, I think, forgiving with the animations. As far as like when you do see that blue execute or the purple execute, like you will just interrupt everything else going on around you and it will just give it to you. What do you mean settings, like difficulty-wise? Alright, I guess I'll use one of these. I've been trying not to use these unless I'm like super deep into a fight, so I think I'm like pretty deep into this battle, so I might as well use one. I think the game should be louder than my mic. It's that good. I also need to switch back. This auto turret thing isn't that great. I turned it down slightly, but this is kind of a
Destroyed.
audio. This game's audio is fantastic also, so it's like kind of more important than me at the moment. All right, so that's one upgrade. Let's grab all the armor. Get out of here. Where's my dragon? Oh yeah, daddy. Yeah, this is very good. I bought Game Pass for a month to play this. I'll probably end up buying it on Steam down the road. This is a prequel. So the story isn't related, technically. So this is like pre-Doom 2016. Oh shit, I missed it. I missed that gold ship, though. I need to kill that thing. If I didn't get stopped by that wall, I would have got it. Damn you, Pazuzu. Oh, there it is. Come here. Papa wants your goodies. But yeah, I mean, I sort of blipped this out of my mind as far as like, oh, it's coming out, I'm excited for it, but I think it's amazing. Fucking Christ, this guy's thick. I want your gold goodies, man. Give up the goodies. Today I'm okay. I'm all right today. I had kind of a bad night last night, though, because of this girl situation I'm dealing with. And I guess I was looking it up because I couldn't sleep last night, and I was having a lot of intrusive thoughts. And it's kind of just like anxiety and depression driven, like irrational thoughts, or like super negative thoughts. So like I had a really hard time sleeping, and a lot of it was like somewhat justified, but also just sort of like, you know, I'm trying to make this relationship work, and it's just really difficult because she's not like available like she used to be. So it's like this really awkward period of time where I am not a priority in her life because it's like I can't. It's like she doesn't have the time for it, which is probably like not fair to me, because like I want to be with somebody that's attentive and there for me when I, you know, want to see them. And so it's just like very challenging right now because I want it to work. I think it's worth it to make it work, and like trying to put someone else first and put their needs first and pushing mine to the back kind of feels shitty. So last night was kind of just like I don't know why I'm doing this. Is this right to do? Blah, blah, blah. No, it's a different girl. I met this girl at my friend's wedding, and it's one of his wife's best friends from childhood, and we just like hit it off like really, really strong. Like it was a very immediate, strong, almost very passionate connection. And like I've gone and seen her twice in New York, and we spent multiple weekends together for dozens of hours back to back. Like it's 2 very, very long dates that we've had so far. That is basically, I want to say, the equivalent of like 5 different dates and it's just been kind of crazy and intense. And then the last couple of weeks have been like her job has gotten super, like, way more intense than it was when we first were hanging out. And so she just basically doesn't even have, she's not like the same person. Like she's just like drained from it. And it's like, well, I mean, from what I've asked of her and what we've talked about, like, yeah, she still wants to see me. Yes, she still likes me, and like everything's still good on that front, but it's like, I don't know, like, I think the biggest issue right now is like we haven't planned another day that we can see each other, and I'm just sort of like so anxious and frustrated by that, and I just have to be like patient. So it's just been very frustrating, and I think one of the things I'm contending with is that this is like the second month of a relationship that we're starting, and it's already this stressful, and like, I don't know, I just feel bad, and I don't think that's a good sign when it's this early into a thing. And so it's been a personal challenge of mine to, like, you know, do I really want this? And like the answer is yes, I do. And but it's also like, what do I have to do on like a personal level to deal with and adjust to, and not basically take out things that I do to myself and put them on her, because she's like just the way she is, and she's had this life for a while, and you know, she's very independent, and so it's like I don't know, I want to work on myself and distract myself, and you know, so I've been applying to more jobs as a result. But last night was pretty rough. Yeah, no, I've told her that about it being frustrating. And I think she knows that, and she's been like, I know I've been absent, because like the first month was like literally just like every day, constantly, and then like talking on the phone for long hours, and like just watching movies together, and you know, and then when we were together, it was just like a lot of chemistry, very physical, you know, like very boyfriend girlfriend, like almost immediately without even like thinking about it or trying. Like just very pleasant, you know, there to hang out and be with each other, and it just felt very, very natural, and it almost felt like we've been dating for a long time. You know, it was that casual and comfortable, and so it was just like very obviously like this would work. But this new phase of her job taking everything over, and she doesn't really have great ways of coping with it still, and so it kind of just consumes her entirely, and then there's nothing left for me, and I can't really say change that, like that's not necessarily right for me, but I do also want to feel good, and that's the thing that I've been struggling with, is trying to feel good about these circumstances, and I just don't. So all for people how they are and what they do, but we want to change it to fit ourselves and complain. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm going through. It's just like, and I've even told her this, I'm like, look, I am coming into your life, so I'm not trying to fix, change, alter, whatever, you know, like it really has to be on her terms if she wants to change anything. I'm not really here to like dictate that, and I think that's like a baseline of a healthier thing, is like giving each other the freedom to be who they are. And it's just rough when, okay, I am acknowledging that, I'm recognizing it, but then actually experiencing it firsthand and going through all of it, like it just feels terrible. And so it's annoying, like I'm annoyed by myself more than anything, but you know, I just fucking miss this person. I really like miss them. And even though we're still talking pretty regularly, like I just miss the way it was a month ago. And so now there's just like all these good feelings are replaced with anxiety and stress and frustration, and it's just one of those things where it's like, dude, it's been 2 months, should I really be dealing with all this right now? Like I don't think so, but my faith in her is saying that if you are strong now and supportive now, like what will become and what will come from this is something that's really strong and beautiful. And so it's just like really harrowing right now. But I also feel stupid because I'm like, you know, the impatient part of me, it feels like when I was working at Amazon again, where I was like, you know, I'm willing to try it and I have to put up with a lot of shit. And then at some point I was like, fuck this, you know, it's not worth it. And I don't want to do that. Like, it was the same thing with streaming. Streaming was like that too, where I was like, this is difficult and straining and frustrating and I'm not seeing any results and blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, I didn't want to quit, and that stubbornness made me do it for so much longer when I really should have quit a long time ago. And now that's just sort of been a sore spot in my past. Oh, let me see. I'm trying to look for like secret landing zones because there are a few in these instances, but maybe not. Oh shit. No, you're right, like setting a precedent for it. I'm trying to, today in particular, my discipline is that I'm just not going to message her back for, you know, basically what I was upset about is that I knew she was going to a work function and that's no big deal. And so I wasn't expecting to be able to like talk to her all day or anything like that. And I've been getting more used to the fact that, you know, we're messaging at like what I would consider to be kind of like a normal rate when somebody has like a full-time demanding job. Like, the fact that she's messaging me at all, you know, I feel very privileged. So I want to like respect that. And but I said, like, you know, she was going there and learning stuff about her job, and there's like tea, you know, like just drama and gossip. And I was like, oh yeah, call me later and tell me about it. I'd love to hear it. Like, we did that the night before where she went to a function and she called me after and talked to me about it. And, you know, it was like, it was fine. It wasn't like the greatest conversation because like she was tired and I was tired, but, you know, like, she made the effort to do it, and I thought, you know, that was very meaningful to me. And, you know, I thought, you know, do this again. Let's, you know, I can't spend every minute with you, but I'd love to hear how your day went, basically. And instead of calling me, she just, like, you know, got home, and she was a little tipsy from the work event. She just ended up falling asleep on her couch. And I'm just kind of sitting there, you know, just being like, you know, you said you're going to call me. Are you going to do it? But then I felt like such a bitch. Being like, oh, you need to call me. Like if you want to call me, you should call me. That's how it should be. I shouldn't be like begging for a call, you know, like that's not the way I want to be. And so like, I'm annoyed by myself for having these like neurotic, like, when are you going to call me? Like kind of like bitchy girlfriend needs. And then I'm annoyed with her because it's just very obvious. Like, you know, I'm getting like the scraps of this person now. And that annoys me as well, because I think I deserve a full person. And so it's like having the patience to wait for that full person to be available again is very, very taxing. So I was up, I just could not sleep last night. I was just up so late, rolling around in bed, trying to watch videos about how to like manage intrusive thoughts. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man, this is so fucking, I just want to sleep at this point. This is annoying. So realizing the phase when the stage is over, New Balance was found. Yeah. Don't sit around doing nothing. Yeah. I mean, see, that's the problem I'm having, is that I'm trying to, you know, I was playing this last night. I, you know, regularly talk to people in Discord and play games with people in Discords. I'm, you know, looking at job applications and applying to places. Like, I am trying to do things other than just sit around and think about her, but like, she's always there. And that's like a me issue, you know, like the fact that she's so much of my consciousness is a problem for me. Like I want to care about someone that much, but like I also understand that you need to have that in check and in balance for there to be like longevity and for it to be like just healthy. Like I want a healthy relationship. And it's been really fucking annoying learning and accommodating it, and you know, because there's that you know, entitled voice in my head that's just like, no, you should get everything you want now, and if nobody does what you, if someone does anything you don't want, then fuck them, you know, like some Gen Z Twitcher person who like doesn't recognize other people, you know, like a full narcissist, I guess. You want to send me pics? No, what? You want to send me more dick pics? I think we're over that part of our friendship, my guy. I appreciate the thought, though. No, this is one of those like make or break personal issues with me that like I want to change this part of me, and it's just very painful to do it. And like, you know, I can talk to everybody in the world, I still have to kind of sit there and do the work, and that part of it is what's really painful. Sitting here being kept up at night by like anxious thoughts that I don't want to have. Like I don't really feel this way about this person. Like we've established like a really good kind of like trust with each other, I feel, and so like I want to like honor that strength and not just basically chip away at it with like neurotic. You know what I'm thinking, Azmet? You know what I think in my head is like, what would Scott do? Like this is what Scott was doing to me as our friendship was falling apart, was that every little thing that didn't appeal to him or go his way needed to be talked about, you know? And it's like trying to like change me to fit his needs exclusively. And I was like, this is so fucking annoying for a dude friend that I know from the internet to be like taxing me, to be like, change the way you talk so that I feel comfortable. And I don't want to be that person. But like, I understand where that's coming from him. The desire to be like respected and feel on your terms like people are respecting and seeing you for who you are. But like the way you go about that isn't, let's have an annoying conversation every day. You know, like you have to do things to get over that and understand why you feel that way in the first place, and then like you got to do your own work. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, is just like, just sort of like don't constantly be there, don't always be like waiting at the door for her to answer. Like, just do some stuff for me that I want to do. I wanted to play Doom. I'm playing Doom, and I thought streaming it would be fun because, you know, it's like I could chit chat if someone stops in, or just talk about the game and have it be something I've kind of like created today. And so it's like a little helpful. But I don't know, it's just hard to shake those feelings. Like they're linger, like they're part of your DNA, and I don't know what else to do. Like I was thinking about going into the city tomorrow and going to this random convention, but then I'm like, I'm just gonna go do that by myself, and I don't have anyone to go with, and I don't know if I feel great about that, but I might do it anyways just because fuck it, instead of sitting around all day on Saturday. Because the other part of it is that like she asked if I was available this weekend when we were hanging out, because she wanted to do something for her birthday, and then I guess she just sort of like didn't do that and like kind of like uninvited me in a way, and it's just because she wants to like potentially do nothing. And I was like, you know what, if that's like, I can't like force you to hang out with me, because that would be really fucked up. So you need to take the weekend and do nothing for yourself. Like, what can I say other than, all right, I'll go, you know, pound sand basically. And it's just a shitty feeling, you know. I don't like feeling that way. I'd like to know like when we can see each other again, and then that'll remove like a huge layer of anxiety about everything. And I can't force her, so like I can't force it. And because if I did force it and she's like, all right fine, we'll hang out, and then she's miserable, and then we just get into a fight, and it's just like not a good time, like that's not worth it for either of us either, you know. Like I have to be understanding of that, because like I could be that way. Like I could be in a bad mood and be like, well, maybe we shouldn't have done this because, you know, neither of us are really in the right headspace for it, and I'm just being a needy idiot, you know. So like a healthy adult relationship, I feel like there's, you know, they say love is patient for a reason, and I think that's something I'm trying to practice that is just painful because I live in a society of instantaneous everything, and I've gotten everything immediately that I've wanted for so long. So, you know, just been going through it on that front, but suppose take her food, watch the movies, and relax. So she enjoys it, does nothing as a choice tonight. No, I did. I said, hey, you know, like, you know, if you really don't want to do anything, like, I'm happy to do nothing with you. Like, I actually would love to do nothing with you. Are you kidding me? And I think what I'm kind of bracing for right now is her, you know, not hanging out with me this weekend, but she still goes out and does things with people, and that's just gonna make me feel like, well, what, like, why, you know, like, and it's just gonna be one of those things where it's like she's gonna kind of take me for granted, and I'm gonna have to be like, okay, is this okay with me or not? And what am I gonna do? Am I gonna sit around and give her that power to do that, or, you know? And the short answer is probably, but I don't know. I want to trust her, and I want to be there for her and put her first. And I think it's harder to do that than, you know, easier said than done, I guess is what I'm kind of going through right now. This is my last sigil. No, I'm not going to use this. I'm pretty deep into this fight, but I want to save that sigil for something more. Like, that wasn't an unmanageable situation. I just played it stupidly. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm in the phase. Like, today I'm trying to be like, just don't message her back. Just let her go through her bullshit, and then, you know, if she thinks about me, that's great. And if she doesn't, then, you know, that's just more of a signal of, like, why this won't work. But I hope it works. I want things to work. I like this person a lot, and I don't know. Life's annoying and complicated in that arena. Like, when you want something and you can't have it, it's a very difficult thing to be understanding and I don't know, think about other than yourself. Think about someone other than yourself. It's like a hard thing to always do. I did hear a good point about this game, though. It's like, this is a game for people that want to just sort of switch off and, you know, not have to deal with the shit that they're going through. And I kind of feel like this is probably a really good time for me to be playing this game while I'm trying to manage these feelings. God damn, it's all these like little projectiles. Uh-oh. But anyways, that's how my day's been going. Stayed up too late fretting about things I can't control, and then now I'm murdering everything I see. So I feel like it's all gonna make sense, you know? Oh, that wasn't the main guy. Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, I think giving space is a super important part of any sort of relationship. And like, you know, if it comes down to it that when she has some space and she realizes maybe this isn't something she wants to do anymore, I have to be open to that and comfortable with that. And, you know, I think I am at this point. I think that's part of what I'm feeling is like, I'm feeling like the relationship I had last month is over already, and I've sort of been mourning that. But I just worry. I think my biggest fear is that I don't think I'm gonna find anyone like this ever again. Really, someone like this smart, this interesting, you know. But I'm sure that's just sort of like a neurotic fear. 100%. There you go. Wait, I missed that gold crate though. Or is that was the last round? Never mind. Drag on these nuts. I don't know. Life's complicated. I didn't think I'd be even dealing with anything like this until I got a job for at least a year. And then maybe through my work, I'd find someone that's like interested in me because I'm like providing value to the world, you know? Oh, you got the double delivery? Nice. What are you eating? Every now and then you just got to take in the scenery. Every now and then.
Why would they hide this from us? The makers didn't know.
Receiving takeout? What is takeout then? Oh, tea and coffee. All right. I mean, that's, you know. So late on that. What book did you get? What are you reading? Actually, that's a good reminder too. I've been thinking about that. Like, I did pick up reading a little bit, and then I sort of dropped it over the last week. So I need to I think that would help too. Just read some books. But it's hard. You know, it's really hard. It's really hard when like you're kind of distracted by something, like beyond the task at hand, and it's like it's like a discipline to focus on the thing other than, like I said, these obsessive, intrusive thoughts. And that's something I definitely want to fix in my own brain. I just don't know how to do it other than being miserable, you know? Who is this guy? He's the new enemy. trilogy. Okay. That's cool. They did an adaptation? I've never heard of that before. Was it called something else when they adapted it? Fuck that lizard up. It's weird. The enemy before that was a lot more challenging. The one with like the gold barrier that it summons and the shield. That guy was like a lot tougher. Shadow and Bones. Oh yeah, okay, I've heard of that then. Never watched it, but typically when I see the YA on something, I'm just very much like, okay, that's not for me. Not for me at all. Unless it's like a particularly special thing. Like maybe the Hunger Games would be an exception because that was just like, you know, it's battle royale, but for teens. Like actual teens where it's like pretty bloodless and like polite. It's like polite violence. And then battle royale is just like Japanese dudes screaming and spraying an Uzi at like a bunch of women. An awesome movie. But yeah, typically I just don't even bother. And then maybe Wednesday is technically like a young adult type of show, right? Even though it's like very macabre. A lot of dark themes. It's a snob thing to do. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, like I watch Ratatouille. You know, Ratatouille's one of my favorite movies. So I also get the pleasures of just like, fuck it, enjoy things, you know? Who fucking cares? Who cares, really, at the end of the day? Look at the water. What am I eating? I got these double milk chocolate Milanos, which are probably fucking terrible for me right now, but I've been kind of emotionally eating lately. Kind of my own, you know, self-prescribed therapy. Eat chocolate and snacks, and then pray that this girl still likes you enough to talk to you again, you know?
To their location. The bishop's ministry has asked that the Slayer alone take this mission. They trust no one else.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
They cannot disobey
so
the church, but will be on alert.
I've been taking Wellbutrin for like maybe like 2 weeks now. And it's like a mood stabilizer, antidepressant, and it's one of those things where it's like I felt it in my prefrontal cortex, like when it was first taking it and it was getting into my system. I could literally feel like a tingling, buzzing going on up here, because I'm like, okay, that's the Wellbutrin messing with my neurotransmitters and like reconfiguring some of the pathways and stuff. And so I could like feel it for a while, but because I'm also going through the pains of like figuring out like a newish relationship and wondering if it's the right thing for me to be doing, and you know, like I really love this person, I like genuinely love her, and like I don't want to just throw that away. But like love can be misguided and toxic too, so it's like a lot of juggling of like, man, am I doing anything right now? But then I'm also taking this thing that's supposed to help me like regulate like being upset. So it's just like, I don't know how much more upset I'd be if I wasn't on it, you know, like it's hard to say. So I think I'm doing better. I do feel better. Like I'm applying more regularly to jobs. I'm waking up and just like making food and like greeting the day and all that shit.
Keep this creature in stasis.
But having like your heart and romantic stuff
Targets identified.
intermingled with all that, it's sort of just like, I have a mood stabilizer medication, but then a mood altering emotional situation that I don't have any answers for. And so it's sort of like two steps, one step forward, two steps back. Hey, where you going? Give me your gold. Oh, 100%. I 100% agree. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And like I said, that's why they're called like intrusive thoughts, right? Because they're like thoughts you don't want or need. And when they're there, you know, they're very strong. And that's why it's hard to just sort of be like, you know, I really can't do anything about this. Like, I just need to fucking enjoy myself somehow. And thank God there's Doom to help me get there, you know? That's... Where did that ship go? I did not blow it up. Where are you, little fucker? Where are you little money bones? Oh, Ginger's good. She's laying next to me, actually. It's kind of hot today, so she was kind of like panting a lot, so I put on the air conditioning and kind of just keep the room kind of cool for us both. Like one of those warm days where it's not like super sunny, it's just kind of like overall warm. And to a point where it's like you're definitely like, you feel it. She's fine. She's been just lounging about as usual and being a dog. Ginger, is that right? Being a good girl? Yeah. I think she's a little bummed though because my mom is babysitting my niece and nephew right now. So she's not home, and usually my mom's here working and she's hanging out with her. Speaking of anxiety, attachment, love languages, meet my dog. Cacao demon. Listen, I'm not about to have a international dispute with you over what temperature it is over here. There's only two gauges. There's only two measurements of general weather temperature, all right? 50-50. Pick your poison. I got like a little too distracted trying to kill the imp over the Hell Knight. I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna waste my sigil on that. The Cyber Demon. Also, that's not a cyber demon, by the way. I'm sorry. I know this is Doom, like they would know, but like the cyber demon is like a massive rocket launching machine that is a significant threat. Like that is not a goddamn cyber demon. It's not the one I voted for. Get wrecked, nerd. All right, let's upgrade. I'm waiting to find the third melee. Haven't quite gotten that yet. Damn, I'm only 2 away from 300 to fully upgrade that. I think I'll wait. Everything else here. Parrying a Hell Surge temporarily causes self-damage to heal. That's neat. I can shoot faster. Oh, that's a good one too. Damn, I don't know. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to upgrade something. Master Chief versus Doomslayer. I think Master Chief would get fucking obliterated. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. In like a straight up fight, like Doomslayer would fucking destroy Master Chief. Like I have no doubts. Warhammer Space Marine might be comparable to Doomslayer. I don't know, because Doomslayer just doesn't give a fuck about anything. He's no, I'm not gonna use that sigil. I mean, Master Chief is lucky, sure, but I think the Doomslayer is like, he just doesn't even give you time to be lucky. Like you need time to pass to be lucky, right? I think the Doomslayer would just show up and rip his head off. Like there wouldn't even be like a moment for the Master Chief to do anything. He'd just be dead. Because like the Doomslayer just does not, just fucking murders everything. Rips and tears, you know? Primarchs? Well, I don't know, because Space Marines have a certain brutality about them. They're well armored also. And yeah, I don't know. Underestimate Master Chief. I don't. You know, it's hard to say because I don't know what Master Chief was up against that was like on like a one-to-one basis that was like comparable to him ever. Like maybe one of the Covenant commandos, maybe. But like for the most part, Master Chief just slaughters a lot of weaker enemy types, you know? Plan ahead. I mean, maybe. I mean, yeah, I guess that would really come down to like the circumstances of how they would get into a fight, you know? I guess if it was like we'd have to like narrow it down. Like if this was like a gladiator event, and we put these two guys in an arena, and they only had what was available in the arena, which could be a number of things, but like I would imagine in a 1-to-1 squared off fight, Doomslayer would destroy Master Chief. Just from pure brutality. But you're right, if it was like they knew about each other and there was like Doomslayer versus like a long standing like grudge that they knew that of each other and they wanted to kill each other, you're probably right that Master Chief would, well, he wouldn't even think of it. Cortana would think of it, and then he'd probably win in that situation. Son of a beaver. Ow. Oh my god. It's always just some random little grunt that's like pecking me from behind, and that's why I die. I'm gonna max out this ground fissure. And I can't really upgrade anything else. I don't really care to upgrade this gauntlet. Like, I love the flail. The flail's really good. You're enjoying the stream? Well, you lucky dog. Wait, why don't you just get it on Game Pass and play it on Game Pass? I think it's worth it. Like, I do want to buy it personally, but I want to avoid buying a game at like $70 right now. So like if I see it on sale for like 40 or something, I'll buy it on Steam and own it. Well, you know, own it as much as a person can own something these days. Yeah, I mean, that's how I'm playing it. Said that at the beginning. I bought a month. Yeah, this came out on the 14th. So it's been out, I think, like for 2 days. I mean, they did do like that pre-release window where if you paid $100 or something, you could play it 2 days early. The FOMO price. But yeah, no, it's out on Game Pass, day one Game Pass game. I absolutely recommend it. See, that's what the Cyber Demon should be, that size. Big boy. What's that beacon? That normal? Ow! Cock farts. I'm not going to use the sigil. It's not. This wasn't like that complicated of a fight. That was just a dumb. That was a dumb back and forth. Just a lot of little dudes. I think Kratos has a better chance. I mean, it depends on the situation and how it starts, because like if it's like you have your full arsenal, Kratos might have an advantage because of his god powers, like being able to like summon, you know, ground spikes and fire and because that's like, these are like god powers. Like the Doomslayer doesn't really have, well, like, no, actually no, that's not true. He's got some sort of like angelic imbuement, like it's like hell powers. It's actually like a factor in the story of this game. It's like I'm kind of being controlled by this alien race, and they like, I'm like resistant to this kind of energy that they have tapped into my heart, and that's how they like kind of control me and use me to fight their fights. So Kratos might be comparable. It's just a matter of like projectiles, I think, because Doomslayer, like if Doomslayer has his full arsenal, he's got rocket launchers, he's got chain cannons, he's got like all of these things to like obliterate Kratos with. But I mean, like ammo runs out, and Kratos is like a literal god, so like killing him is like more coming down to like just beating him to death at the end of the day. But I mean, I don't know if you could shoot Kratos to death necessarily. And then I would think like on raw strength that Kratos is probably stronger than Doomslayer, I would hope, as like the god of war or whatever. You don't just rip Zeus's head off, you know, like you gotta be pretty fucking strong for that. They just bump in and start fighting real close. I feel like hand to hand, like purely hand to hand. I would think Kratos at that rate. Because Kratos is also incredibly brutal. Like, he is not, like, polite at all. He fucking rips things in half, screams a lot. Like, Kratos is a really angry guy. Doomslayer is brutal, but he's, like, indifferent and, like, apathetic about it. Fuck. Oh my god, I keep dodging way too early. Okay. Where am I at? There we go. Yeah, I mean, after playing like Ragnarok and the new God, like Kratos would probably destroy the Doomslayer. I'll be honest, like Kratos is a fucking beast of a fighter and can take a ton of damage, a ton of punishment. And then, you know, transversely, Kratos would beat the fuck out of Master Chief then. Like, Master Chief is like a little, like, toy soldier compared to Kratos. Luck can only do so much for you when you're getting hit in the face really fucking hard by an immortal god. What do you mean? Is what going to be a trilogy? Oh, I haven't heard anything about it, honestly. I don't actually know what Santa Monica Studios is even working on. If anything. Holy shit. Yeah, I haven't heard a fucking peep out of Santa Monica Studios for a while. So I'm hoping they're working on something cool that's in the God of War universe, but I think if they did do another God of War, it would make sense if they maybe followed Atreus around as he like becomes Loki or like the god of whatever, like summoning the end of the world stuff. I think a part of the story concluded in Ragnarok, which is the overbearing father figure learning to like let go and allow his son to be the person that he's going to be. And I think that was like the big climax there. It's finally just like letting his son go, even though it's like the most important thing. It's like his one weakness in the world is how much he cares for his son. But as far as like those characters in that world, like they could probably spin an endless amount of stories because in those circumstances, you know, like a Finding Nemo. No, I mean, like part of the Ragnarok was Finding Nemo. Like there were parts where he like doesn't know where Atreus goes and he tries to like maybe go after him a little bit. Like there is like sort of a commonality there with just like parental relationships and overbearing parental figures in general and their offspring. So it's like, but no, I think it would be like a story of Atreus and that magical girl figuring out some sort of like, I don't know what other gods there are in that pantheon to pull from, going from like Viking, like they killed Odin. Odin's like kind of the top dog in Norse mythology as far as I'm concerned. The Hindi, I mean, honestly, yeah, like Sumatra and or Siddhartha, whatever that is like actually like it's comparable to Star Wars, that whole mythology. I did a little bit of I wouldn't say research, but like I learned about that when we were doing screenplays, because somebody had this like epic $400 million Hollywood like epic movie about the Siddhartha. I don't know if it was Siddhartha. It was something that had to do with like it ended in like a giant battlefield with like gigantic statues of like giants like fighting amongst other men and stuff, and it was like a Jesus story, like a young man learning about his birthright and becoming this thing. And but it's like an ancient story. It's like Wukong or something. It's like the Hindu story of how this god came to power, and so it's got all the drippings and dressings of like any sort of mythological story about a god or hero. Oh, wait a minute. That's so awkward. Oh, I'm supposed to use the... Oh, doy. I'm supposed to use that. This is like, lets you like, whoop with your shield. I did not pay attention to that. What was all that about? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because there are definitely a lot, maybe not a lot, but like the different cultures and their gods, they could definitely leap to alternate realities and dimensions and all that. Arachnotron. Nice. But I also think that, you know, they could always go back to Greek. You know, maybe Titans and new gods have emerged and they can do a lot of just fuck around and find out kind of storytelling. Because it really, at the end of the day, you can make any idea work, really. It's just kind of like execution and style and how it comes across to people. Like I feel like in my entire life of absorbing media, that's like the one real takeaway that I've noticed is like, nothing needs to be perfect. It just needs to be interesting. Like, you know, John Wick is not a perfect movie. It doesn't have everything, you know, it's not like, it doesn't make you cry, you know, with moving it's just like so well done in this one particular aspect that you're like, it's hard to see it as any, like, it's hard to do anything other than appreciate it for being so good. Jesus fighting Hades in the underworld. Is that like Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter? Oh, fuck that. No, I'm not using a sigil. That was a dumb death. Very avoidable. I actually, you know what? That would be really such an interesting risk if they went to Christianity. It's written in an ancient language. I think that would be so interesting if they tackled like Roman Catholicism and it was Atreides, like, he has to fight Jesus or something. That would be fucking so funny. Oh my god. And think of like the controversy and yeah, I would totally be down for that. Or if they wanted to go crazy. Okay, this is crazy. What if it was like modern day Kratos in modern day times fighting, you know, just fighting, like maybe the gods are like, no, we're gonna take the world back, and then there's like this violent multicultural clash of all these different cultures and their religions, and they're trying to take over the world or take back the world. Like, that would be pretty interesting. Like, think of Kratos walking around New York, you know? Like, that would be very, very interesting. First Darksiders. Those were fine. You know, those are kind of games that I think deserve maybe like a modern remake in a way, because like they are pretty interesting and they just were kind of like from that era of like Xbox 360 where, you know, you can only do so much. You can only put so many things on the screen at once, and you can only build so intricate of a level with that technology. So that's another one that might be very worthy of a revisit. But I doubt, like, I think, was it THQ that made those? I doubt they're able to put any sort of investment into that. Red barrels are sussy. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of the potential of me blowing myself up. There we go. But it's just nothing but shadow him. It's kind of creepy, man. It's like they're the spirits of the pirates that used to be on this. Okay. What the hell? Fucking nerd. Okay. The way. The Ravager. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, let's go back to this guy. The Spitter. Grogu. Wait, what's Grogu from? Also, you know what? I realized too, I noticed this when I was looking at some of the stats for the game. Ray tracing is just on. And I don't actually know how to turn it off. I haven't looked for the button to be like, turn off. Please turn off ray tracing so that I can like play this game at 150 frames per second like I want to. Like, I think it's just on. There's no like turn off ray tracing option here, and I really wish there was, because that is 100% the reason that most people are going to struggle with this game. But I mean, it looks fucking great. It looks really fucking good. So I don't know. I can't complain too much. Like the way it's running and the way it looks is very, very good for me. But I was like, how do I get over 60 frames? Like I was messing around with settings, and like 60 was kind of like the sweet spot. And I'm like, I'd love to bust this out at like 140. Get the 144 in there, you know? Like that's the treat yourself frame rate. Ow. Wow, playing this very poorly. No. He can kill me. That's fine. That was very, very poorly played. I think I can do better. Alright, Lizard. I don't even know if I need to kill. I don't think I need to fight this fight at all. It's just for shits and giggles. Yeah, that was completely pointless to do that. I think that was just out of like a lowbrow spite. I was like, I'm not gonna die to like that. Get some vengeance. Holy hell. Okay, alright. This is very much like a rhythm game. So if you're just off rhythm. Nice. It's like a little Hellgate challenge fight here. Yikes. Oh, shit. No, I can do this again. I can do this better. Also, I'm trying to use like a different weapon than like my main weapon, which I would consider to be the penetrator. So maybe a little bit of a learning curve here. Okay. Second time he stabbed me straight in the heart. So the key with the cyber demons I've noticed is that you just have to be like really close to them and then they'll just spam their melees. swear to God, I'm gonna get hit by that one little bullet, and that's gonna kill me, and I'm gonna be so annoyed. With this one little bullet from a random little peon. No, I can do this. I'm just gonna use a different gun. I'm gonna use the gun that I want to use, you know? I don't know, there's no like XP you get for using different weapons, so it's like I'm gonna use what I like. The reason I like it because it's like the best gun. Who's a good girl? I have 3 sigil. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought I only had 1 sigil this whole time. Wow, what a difference a better gun makes. For real, Jesus. No cap. Yeah. See, this used to be like an arena that you would fight. It's like a bunch of dudes like this, and now you literally just jump on them and they all die. And that's like so fun to me. No. It's just some random like midfield fight. I don't need a sigil for that. That was dumb. I got really aggressive there. That was not a great idea. Oh yeah, dude. You like Fortnite? The Fortnite first check. I went in too deep. I'm a bad boy. Shit. I get into that rhythm of like carnage and then I just go way too deep and I'm just can't get out. I can't get out. Try that again. See, there's like a big boy right there. I can't be running in. See, the first time I fought this spider, it wasn't even just that I was fighting the spider. It's because someone was shooting me from behind with shit. I guarantee. Yeah, alright. See, Andreas, you can't just run in there every time. You know, you gotta think about it. You gotta plan the carnage out a little bit. And then Bob's your uncle. But yeah, that did take us 2 or 3 times. And this was not a major fight. This was just part of the level. It's like on the way to the main thing. Little rules for the road. If you're a traveler like myself. Don't get in too deep. You go too deep, you can't pull out, and then you get stuck. Next thing you know, you're having babies with a dog.
You may now access the nearby stasis unit.
Woof. I met my wife. She's a real bitch. I should call her. Dragon guy. Love him. Oh. Money. Come on. Money. Reminds me of Crimson Skies from back in the day, like an original Xbox dogfighting, like World War II airplane dogfighting game, or World War I. Whenever they had the biplanes that had like the paper wings, that game was a lot of fun. Although I think it was fun because I used to play it online against people, and I would fucking destroy people. I would dominate lobbies in Crimson Skies, and I had so much fun. I don't think there's like a big competitive scene for it or anything. I just remember being like I'm like not dying, and I'm getting like double-digit kills, and then everyone else in the lobby is just like struggling. Ah, back before anyone knew what they were doing. Great. Ooh, wait, did I miss it? Trying to find that gold right there. I think I gotta find... Oh, I see. No. I think I gotta get out of here. Hold on. I think I got to get out of here. Neat. I go straight across here. Into this water. And then that... Nope. Nope. No. How the fuck? Trying to read the map here. Ooh. Actually, give me 2 seconds. I need to let the dog out. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, actually, I am going to call it there. It's a good time to mow my lawn right now, so thanks for stopping in. It's good to see you guys. I may or may not be back some point in the near future. This was mostly just get my mind off of some things moment, so thank you guys for being here for that. Anyways, have a good day. I'll see you soon. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Sometimes I just do it, sometimes I don't, but bye-bye.